But they decided, no. We're going to blow half of this by the time that the marquee set finishes.
Stoinis, I think, is one lock-in. Maxwell will give him the benefit of the doubt, and Jansen for sure.
This is not BBL to pick Xavier Butler, Aaron Hardy in Mullampur. It's not going to work out.
If I were Punjab Kings, I'll just brush it off and move on. I mean, that's all I can do.
On first, Shreyas Iyer, 26.75, because you kind of slightly ranted about the Venki Iyer situation. But Shreyas Iyer, does he deserve the fire? And also, Punjab Kings, do they excite you under Ponting in this new management?
I don't even know where to start. I think we could do an entire episode on this team alone right now and how it's been recruited. I think, where do we start? They had like 110 roughly to take into the auction, having retained just 2 players, and they really had the opportunity to wield a big stack and to bully other teams. But they decided, no. We're going to blow half of this by the time that the marquee set finishes, and we're going to be broadly in line with everybody else. Whereas RCB were a little bit more patient and perhaps got a few more bargains. I don't understand this Shreyas Iyer purchase at all. One, because I just feel that there's like so many 90% versions of Shreyas Iyer that you could get for way less money. I'm not really sold even on him as a top level T20 player at this level. People might want to pick him up as a captain, which is understandable to some degree. But for that money, no, absolutely not. No, who is worth about 25% of your team's entire budget for a season? Maybe Jasprit Bumrah would be worth it on the open market. Nobody else would be. And for a batter as well, bowlers win tournaments, and they're spending 25% of their entire budget on a batter. It makes no sense at all. Then you throw in the clear Australian bias from Ponting with five of the overseas players coming from Australia. Again, you mentioned earlier about the LSG stuff, whereas I think where a lot of their overseas players that they've picked up will be at best backups everywhere else. And I think that you could possibly say that Punjab as well, with a lot of their overseas pickups. And I just don't see it. I cannot see it. They're gonna struggle to get locked overs with paces, maybe 8 at best. They don't really have that many locks with spin. Chahal, yes, but he's on the wane, I think, now at his age and performance levels. I think it's a big ask for him to be as effective as in this next cycle as he was in the last cycle. Maxwell, again, another aging player. And Stoinis as well is even that too. So you can probably see Stoinis turning into much more of a batter who very, very occasionally bowls by the end of this cycle. So you're not just constraining yourselves for year 1, but you're also kind of constraining yourselves for year 3 as well. And because unless some new superstars come through that you want to spend big money on in a mini auction, actually the quality of the mini auction is pretty sparse. So understanding that you can't necessarily replace a Maxwell or Stoinis, guys who are getting older, or a Chahal from the domestic market certainly would not be able to replace that quality probably in a mini auction. It just provides more questions than answers. I think that they're going to really struggle again, and it's really sad to see it because I know so many people on social media who are Punjab Kings fans and big Punjab Kings fans, and they've been amazing, and the interaction I have with them is amazing, but I just don't have a lot of love for this team.
Yeah, because I mean, some team which is close to your heart because you've of course worked with them in the past. So I'm just thinking to myself as well, because I have a few friends who support the franchise. In fact, my best friend, and I keep kind of giving her banter every year, and they have like a head-to-head with RCB, which is level. But Akshay and Nix, I don't know if you guys see it the same way I see it. You look at the overseas pro that Punjab have signed, guys, okay? I'll just list them out for you. Lockie Ferguson, Xavier Bartlett, Stoinis, Maxwell, Omarzai, Hardy, Jansen, and Inglis. Who are the lock-ins? I mean, they all could play on their day. Stoinis, I think, is one lock-in. Maxwell will give him the benefit of the doubt, and Jansen for sure. Omarzai, I'd like to think so as well. Do you guys agree with me there? Nix, I'll start with you and then we'll go on to Akshay's ratings and Levin's and so on and so forth.
Yeah, firstly, I think it's good to be reaffirmed that Ponting the coach and Ponting the commentator are two different people. We just keep getting more information on that. In terms in-game tactics, absolutely brilliant, but I don't think the coach hears the commentator talk. Uh, Completely agree with Dan's point. Exactly how you go by LSG. You look at the foreign players that they have picked. You can't understand why these would be your first names. This is not BBL to pick Xavier Butler, Aaron Hardy in Mulampur. It's not going to work out. And they've had history. Punjab have history with match shot kind of picks where they are good in certain places, but you'll have to play them really well. So Marcus Stones might have to open for all you know, or it could be Josh Inglis for that matter with Prab Simran Singh. So who are you matching with? And then you have Shreyas Iyer, and then you have Glenn Maxwell, Nihal Vadera. That batting order could either give you anything or it could give you nothing. There is no guarantee, and they are going to play in Mulampur where you saw new ball move. These guys are not even your best players of the moving ball. So it's very weird to see. See, if you build for your home, it's great. Okay, you have a lineup that will do well at home, and maybe you'll probably struggle away from it, so you can do something about it. So at this point of time, there is nothing that you can tell convincingly that these guys will win six games at home. And if they are able to beat A, B, C, D away from home, yes, they can do it. So maybe in-game management is something that they can get better at. But you look at the people that have spent money on with the ball as well. Arshdeep and Chahal are the only guys who you feel can be relaxed about that. These guys will bowl 4 each.
But Nick, sorry, 1 second. Now that you mentioned Arshdeep and you brought it up earlier in the other live shows, what is your whole take on that? The fact that they didn't retain him and then they were the first to get him in the auction. Can you make sense of that?
They know what they no, because I don't know they know what they want to do out of this. Because again, Arshdeep is your one guy who people can identify you with. That okay, Arshdeep guy, he's the identity. Harpreet Brar, great. Ashutosh Sharma, Shashank Singh, Prab Simran Singh, great. This is the core that people are identifying you with. And if you feel your premier pacer doesn't deserve 18 CR, give him 14, give the other two to your other kids that are there in your system. They are going to be your starting 11 members. So it just told you that we are putting out our best possible player out in the market to see how much he can get, or can we get him cheaper? This is when you have 110 CR. So I mean, I don't know who takes the calls there, because it really doesn't feel like a one-person call, because the picks reflect you. It's just Harpreet Brar, Arshdeep Singh, and Yuzvendra Chahal. Who else is a bowler who gives you that confidence that we can get good overs out of them everywhere? So it's a very pity state for Punjab, because they had a clean slate, but they just keep wanting a clean slate every year. I don't know what they'll do with it.
The wooden spoon that they often get, finishing sixth all the time. We saw that under the Kumble era as well. And we heard from a certain cricketer who doesn't want to play for Punjab. I don't know if he's going to play the IPL. God bless his soul. Akshay, we'll come to your 11 next. And then, of course, I want to get Dan and Nix's auction ratings and where Punjab will finish to just round up the chat. But when you and me were discussing the 11, Akshay, I actually really enjoyed what you were telling me as Stoinis' opener, because he's done it for Melbourne in the past. Then, you have your clear 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So can you elaborate on your choices now that they've added more names to their squad?
Yeah, and also I, for one, I don't think I'm that I've been as harsh on Punjab as both Dan and Nikhil have been. Fair. I completely agree with Shreyas Iyer, Chahal, and Arshdeep, all three of them being very expensive, and there's no defense. There's absolutely no defense. I just will take that L and move on. I mean,
do you agree with this? Do you agree with Sukhveer? Do you think the snow merchant was taking the calls?
Yeah, probably. But if I were Punjab Kings, I'll just brush it off and move on. I mean, that's all I can do. But in general, the way their 11 is shaping up, I don't think they're as bad. At least in my eyes, I don't think they're too bad. And also in terms of there was another point I wanted to make. Yeah, Arshdeep Singh, I feel, man, to be honest, if I were a part of the Punjab Kings setup, I would have done the exact same thing. I personally felt Arshdeep Singh wouldn't get 18 crores in the auction. He wanted 18 crores. I feel it's a fair call on the franchise's part, where they know they don't want to part with the player, but they wanted to see if they could get him back for cheaper. And I don't think there's anything too bad with it. They were just looking at if they could save, because it's not about the money. Like, I don't think Punjab were trying to save 2 crores and be penny wise pound foolish. It's just that 2 crores in your purse is worth a lot more. There's no, you can't sort of, express that elsewhere. You can give him 2 crores outside and doesn't matter, but 2 crores, adding 2 crores to your kitty, it would really, do them a world of good. It's the difference between probably getting a gun all rounder and not getting that gun all rounder. So I could see where they were coming from. So I'll still cut them some slack there. And in terms of the 11, the only way this 11 works is if Marcus Stoinis opens for them, or else there's going to be a lot of clutter in the middle order. So I'm guessing that's how they're also looking at this. So I have Marcus and Prabhsimran opening. I have Nehal Vadera at number 3, Shreyas Iyer at number 4, Glenn Maxwell at number 5, Shashank Singh at number 6, Marco Jansen at number 7, Harpreet Brar at number 8, Vaishak Vijay Kumar at number 9, Arshdeep Singh at 10, Lockie Ferguson at 11. Yuzvendra Chahal is, of course, the impact player there. All in all, they've got decent options. They've got a fairly I would say they've got one of the better spin attacks. Harpreet Brar, Yuzvendra Chahal, Glenn Maxwell, I would happily take that spin attack irrespective of the venue. So not too bad there. In terms of their pacers, they've got Vaishak Vijay Kumar, they've got Arshdeep Singh, they've got Lockie Ferguson, Marco Jansen, and the dibbly-dobbly pace. I know 130 is Marco Jansen. I mean, Marcus Stoinis can do that. So they've also got a 4th pace option if needed in Marcus Stoinis. All in all, once again, I don't think that's too bad. Gives you decent face coverage. You've got bowlers to bowl at the top. You've got bowlers who can bowl at the death. You've also got someone who can bowl in the middle as well. And in terms of the top 7, if I look at it, probably a bit too right-hander centric. They've got only Nehal Vadera as the left-hander in their top 7. But again, like we've discussed earlier, there won't be a perfect 11. There won't be a perfect squad. Invariably, there'll be flaws. It's all about trying and minimizing those flaws. And to a major extent, I think Punjab have been able to do that. Even more so, given that some of the backups they've bought are actually people I rate highly. So I'm very happy with that. There's Harnoor Singh, who's done very well at the Sher Punjab. He's been bought. They've bought Yash Thakur. They've bought Vishnu Vinod. They've bought Kuldeep Sen. They've bought Suryan Shedge. He's a fantastic all-rounder. Just check out some of his exploits, both with the bat and ball at the Maharaja T20. The Maharashtra Premier League. They've also gone for Priyansh Sharia, someone I personally don't think has it right now. At this level, but even then, I don't mind that buy. I'd rather see Punjab Kings pay some money to, spend some money on Priyansh Sharia than say Aaron Hardy or Xavier Bartlett. I don't think he's there yet. So all in all, I still think they have a fairly set. They've got an 11. They've got decent backups as well for all of them. They've got Azmatullah Omarzai. They've got Josh Inglis. They've got I won't say like for like backup, but they've got decent backups there as well. So all in all, I wouldn't say this 11 is too bad. Given how Chandigarh works, given how the conditions there are, Glenn Maxwell is definitely someone who would enjoy himself there. Shashank Singh has already shown that he can do well. Nehal Vadera is someone I'm looking forward to. Then there's Prabhsimran Singh. I know he definitely struggles against the moving ball, but Mullapur, we also know how the surface operates. So yeah, all in all, I can live with this 11 as a Punjab fan. So I'm happy with this 11, to be honest. Yeah.
The only thing is when they play each other, I'm hoping Maxwell, Vishak, and the rest of the RCB boys don't do us any harm. But it is what it is. How much do you guys rate them? Nick, I'll start with you in terms of auction rating and where they will finish in IPL 2025.
Yeah, just to give the context, I think because they had so much purse, I don't think this is the 11 that they should have gone for. They could have easily gone for a lot better options and constructed a lot better squad. So it's not that they can't go and compete for the finals because, as Dan said, stupid to write off any team because if they all gel together, they get people as the lead from the front, they might as well push for the playoffs. But if you have the people, I don't know who will give me a 450, 500 run season from this and at a very good strike rate. That is a problem. They are just too high variance for me in that regard. So in terms of auction rating, maybe I expected more. So I would probably give them 5. Again, being okay with that because they're able to make 11 that they can compete with. Where they will finish, I hope for them maybe 7th, 6th or 7th. They might push for playoffs but run out of steam.
I hope for them, you've said 6th or 7th. No, but
Punjab hai.
Fair. Dan, my question to you is, are we already comparing them to relegation fodder like they always are? That's a tongue-in-cheek joke to all Punjab fans, by the way.
Yeah. Look, I think that they've got a lot to do. I was kind of cautiously optimistic before the auction because they had such a big purse. If they used it smartly, I really think that they could have done some great things. However, they haven't really done anything that like I thought they would do in terms of their kind of efficiency in purchases and the value for money that they could have got. They certainly didn't look to wield their big stack in any way, shape, or form. I'm disappointed. Like others have said, we can't write them off, but a lot is going to have to go right. We're going to have to get old Maxwell back, 500 runs at 160 strike rate or something like that, and it's just so unlikely. Shreyas Iyer is going to have to really carry this team. Everyone's going to have to bat around him. We're going to need to get prime Marco Jansen with bat and ball, and prime Arshdeep and prime Chahal. It's a lot to ask. I'm going to give them a 4, and I think that they're going to be 7th to 10th, like I said, with the same as Lucknow.